Finishing move for the Buffalo Bills here. A potential trade for Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons to the Bills. Per Adam Schefter, the Cowboys are listening to phone calls. And we could see the frustration here from Dallas Cowboys fans saying that they wholeheartedly agree with Dak Prescott's comment saying that we suck. So I think Dallas Cowboys are definitely in turmoil, and this trade could make a lot of sense. Even this person stating that the Dallas Cowboys should trade Micah Parsons, that he has no place in this organization anymore. You spent too much at quarterback, wide receiver, and the rest of your team stinks. Herm Edwards saying that there's no doubt that the Dallas Cowboys should consider trading Micah Parsons. And in case you missed it on the opening clip, Micah Parsons is under a favorable deal, and we all know that Brandon Beane is extra frugal. He seeks favorable deals. I think the Buffalo Bills could easily trade for Micah Parsons, maybe a potential Kyer Elam, or coupling that with a player to get a $2 million cap hit. I think this is absolutely huge. Think about Micah Parsons being with Von Miller and on this defensive line. You know, a lot of Bills Mafia is upset with the production of Ed Oliver and DaQuan Jones this upcoming year, thinking that there should be more stats, more production out of the interior of this defensive line. But you have to keep in mind a few things. Von Miller being out and suspended, clearly away from this team altogether. Von Miller's first game was last week against the Miami Dolphins. But if you couple Von Miller with a Micah Parsons and a Greg Rousseau and AJ Epinesa and everyone else on this team, and knowing that we just lost Hill, I think Micah Parsons can clearly come in here, be an immediate impact for a very reasonable price, as well as open up things for Ed Oliver and DaQuan Jones to be more productive in the inside. And to compare apples to apples, we can clearly see that Micah Parsons has actually been more productive so far this season, clearly because Von Miller's been suspended and out. But really looking at it, you can see 1 sack for Micah Parsons and 3 sacks for Von Miller. And really the total amount of games have been dramatically less for Von Miller. But 11 total tackles, 3 assisted tackles, 1 pass deflection. And keep in mind, we are using Von Miller sporadically on third down situations and clutch moments of the game, unfortunately being called for offsides on a third down, maintaining a long drive for the Miami Dolphins. That was a crucial piece. But clearly, Micah Parsons, 25 years old, can clearly work in a rotation with Von Miller. Like, Von Miller's not always out there on the field. Micah Parsons could be out there 70% of the time, and then Von Miller comes in 30% of the time for the snap count, and Micah Parsons would still help out with Greg Rousseau, AJ Epinesa, Ed Oliver, DaQuan Jones, and make this defensive line so much better. We trade for Amari Cooper, right? Amari Cooper being on the Dallas Cowboys, and I believe was with Micah Parsons at one point, could come here to the Buffalo Bills and really ball out. At 7-2, the Buffalo Bills are on track to make the playoffs, sitting on top of the AFC East. And I think trading for a Micah Parsons, even a second-round pick, third-round pick, coupled with a player, I mean, will Brandon Beane go all the way up to a first-round pick for a 25-year-old defensive end? We all know Von Miller is getting up in age. We are going to have to find our long-term answer. Micah Parsons is just a dominant force on this defensive line. For only $2 million in 2024 would be the cherry on top for this Buffalo Bills defense. Amari Cooper, cherry on top for offense. Micah Parsons, cherry on top for the Buffalo Bills defense, and Bobby Babich, who is a first-time defensive play caller for Bills Mafia. Seeing Dak Prescott specifically say we suck, and all the money that's been allocated to him, CeeDee Lamb, and other players on their team, I think really signifies that the Dallas Cowboys are probably going to have to move on from Micah Parsons and potentially revamp things. They don't have another quarterback. I think the writing's on the wall that Dak Prescott is going to be out of Dallas. There's going to be a little bit of a transition period and a turnover through the Dallas Cowboys to try to rebuild this team. You know, you have Stefon Diggs, Trayvon Diggs' brother there. There's some other pieces. Maybe Stefon Diggs goes to the Dallas Cowboys at the end of the season to play with his brother, because that's ultimately what he wants, seeing that he just signed a one-year deal in Houston. But I really believe the Buffalo Bills could seek out Micah Parsons for a very reasonable rate under a $2 million contract and come in here and potentially be the long-term answer to Von Miller, knowing that Von Miller is getting up in age. But in 2024, we would have both of them and also supplement the lower snap count that Von Miller has had this upcoming season, and it would also help out the production in the interior of this defensive line with Ed Oliver, DaQuan Jones. It would even help out Greg Rousseau and AJ Epinesa. This is just a wealth of talent on the Buffalo Bills defense, and really Bobby Babich. This is going to really help out Bobby Babich, who is a first-time defensive play caller. And I think there has been some growing pains from Bobby Babich, just fitting the DNA and the culture of the Buffalo Bills. We always get better on a week-to-week basis. I think this is really going to help out Bobby Babich and his play calling. And I really know that Micah Parsons can come here to the Buffalo Bills, make an immediate impact. I mean, defensive end, you're rushing the quarterback. It's not like you're going to have to learn an entire playbook. Yes, you need to jive and build some continuity with the rest of the defensive line. Like, there are some things, but I think just purely coming on a team, being an elite pass rusher for the Buffalo Bills would be much easier to do. Again, this would be like the Buffalo Bills parting ways with Josh Allen, and what would that would do to this Buffalo Bills team? You were clearly in a rebuild mode. So if you were clearly in rebuild mode, and I think the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott specifically saying that we suck, I think the writing's on the wall that they're going to move on from Dak Prescott, and there's going to be a rebuild situation in the Dallas Cowboys, and they might as well get what they can out of Micah Parsons. They just don't have the money there anymore. I think this makes a whole lot of sense, and just think about what this would do for us. But I appreciate you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe for future content. Also, check the links down below in the description. I saw one of you bought one of the t-shirts last night, a 3XL t-shirt. You guys check that out. You can get small all the way up to 5XL. You got black, gray, blue, red, free shipping too. I really don't make much money from it. My goal is just to see that BNC logo in the stadium and get as many people wearing it as possible. Also, check out the $20 off SeatGeek when you use promo code BNC. That's off concerts. That's off Bills games, Sabres games, anything in your local area that you want $20 off. Just go to SeatGeek, use promo code BNC, and also $50 off Course Careers. That's personally how I started my full-time remote job in 2024. Transitioned from 13 years as a property manager in Kenmore, New York. Ended up passing a Course Careers online certificate. I had 3 local companies reach out to me, and they hired me fully remote. And I'm able to work remote. I'm able to do this YouTube channel, and I absolutely am living such a more fulfilled life, and I want you guys to do the same. So check out Course Careers. I would highly, highly recommend it. But I appreciate you guys truly from the bottom of my heart. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.